define your application, and the rest won't be a hustle. So there is essays, resume, and transcript. So we'll discuss essays and resume in detail, but first let's discuss about the transcripts. So what I think is CGPA is the only measure to judge students in their first and second year. So try maintaining a good CGPA. Though we get to hear this a lot that seniors कहते हैं कि 7 तक CGPA हो जाएगी तो it'll be okay. But for applying for such programs, you should have a good CGPA. In fact, I've heard this fact that Google prefers students with CGPA greater than or equal to 9. So, yes, that. About that, you can try maintaining it, but I don't think you can do anything much about it now. Jumping right into the essay questions. So, the essay questions are based upon leaderships, problems faced by women in tech, and etc. So I'll share my personal experience with it. So when I started applying, even I attended a lot of workshops and tried to learn from the various scholars. क्योंकि जब तुम इस phase में होते हो, तो you want to learn at its max. You don't know much things. So even I attended a lot of workshops, and I was confused about what leadership role I should write about, because even I wasn't sure if I have shown leadership ever in my life. I've leaded 50 or 100 people. So it was just that I was sitting in college, or I decided कि खाली period है, let's use it. And I think that's when it clicked. I was just brainstorming. I was in a safe environment. So whenever you sit down to write down your questions, jaldi mein nahi baithna hai. Just be there, be calm, peaceful, a safe environment mein, when you're not worrying about anything. So because I think there is a large amount of time which you have for filling up the application. एक दो महीने में you can make a application, so you can fill it so very easily. Now, coming on to the things you can concentrate during writing your essay, one of the most important factors that I myself discovered during those workshops is that you can jot down the points that you want to mention in your essay. Just brainstorm and write down the points. Then you can rearrange them in a readable form. That is not particularly in a form of a story, but if you can, that's great. Just rearrange them that it comes out beautifully. Also, another point that I've seen these years in Google question is that the questions are there in a lot of parts. So try answering all those parts sequentially. That would definitely give you an edge. This is what I did in my essay, and I think it worked. Now what to write? वही वही बात है एग्जैक्टली कि मैंने कभी लीडरशिप नहीं दिखाई है. आई हैव नेवर लीडेड 50 और 100 पीपल. तो मेरा कुछ सिग्निफिकेंट है ही नहीं मेरे पास लिखने के लिए. सो द थिंग इज, ऐसा नहीं है. एनीथिंग दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट टू यू and you feel like sharing it, it would be important to them. It's how you show things. So first of all, be honest. Do not write anything that you haven't done. Just be honest. And nothing is big or small. I wrote about discussing a hackathon with two of my classmates, and that worked for me. So it wasn't 50 ka group or 100 ka group. So nothing is big or small. And you can use facts, figures, and quotes to make your essay beautiful. Coming to it, we can just come to the next point. If you have this question कि मैं अपना ऐसे ज़्यादा generalized लिखूँ या personal लिखूँ, so I'll say definitely go for the personal part, because no one is judging you there. Judge नहीं करेगा कोई. Secondly, that is what will help you stand out and make your application unique. Then a grammar check is a must. First of all, you should read your essays. Uh, just see if they are making sense to you. Then you can ask your family members to go through them. Then this would eliminate all the grammatical errors. Uh, Yes, this will definitely eliminate all the grammatical errors, but would also help you to see if the essay is making sense to the people. Another thing you can do is you can get it reviewed by the past scholars, and I think a lot would be happy to do it. Last but not the least is that you can stick to the word limit. A lot of people ignore this point, and it is a big turnoff. So stick to the word limit. Then let's come to the resume part. So before we proceed to it, मुझे चैट सेक्शन में बताओ तुम में से किसने अपना रेज्यूमे बना लिया है इन माय सेकंड ईयर. आई डोंट थिंक आई हैड एन रेज्यूमे, तो go forward and tell me if you have a resume. Okay, that's great. So the response is really good. Let's talk about what sections you can include in your resume. So there's an entire Google engineers video on this. So I don't think there's any better resource about this. So I'll share that video with you. I'll share the link, but we can discuss the sections that you can include. So an about me section.
Just wait a second. Screen is not visible. Once again, if you can confirm it, other people can confirm if you are able to see the screen or not. It's visible. Okay, so for those who are not able to see the screen, they can just reload it once again, and I guess that will work. If not, then we'll see something else where it's not working or not. Okay, so yeah, sorry, yeah, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's okay. So the sections you can include in your resume. An about me section because this is a scholarship and they want to know about you. Then you can include a skill section in which you can include your coding languages, the core subjects you've done, or the softwares you're comfortable with, your languages in which you're proficient. Adding that extra French or Spanish language that you've done in school would also give you an edge. And your certifications, you can go ahead with all of that. Just make sure you mention them in the order of decreasing proficiency. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मेरे को जावा सबसे अच्छे से आती है एंड फिर सी और सी प्लस प्लस आती है देन आई mention Java first, then C, then C++, and the whatever JavaScript, etc. So we have the Google resume video in the chat section. Go forward and check it out. This is, I think, the best resource. In fact, this is the resource I used while making my resume. Usually resume takes a lot of time. It does for me. So if you're spending a good amount of time on your resume, that's nothing wrong with it. It is one of the major factors of your application. Then you can also put up some projects that you've done, major, minor, any projects. It's okay if you don't have them. Though the best way to having projects on your resume is participating in hackathons, because hackathon tum jeeto ya na jeeto, in the end you'll have a project in your hand, and that's usually a good level because you're competing. So try mentioning some projects. Then experience or slash achievement section. If you have some achievements, technical, etc., till date, you can mention all of them. And one of the most important sections that I think would be the volunteer experience section. You can mention any leadership role in that or any outreach initiatives that you have taken. Leadership roles, for example, suppose you've been a part of DSC of your college, GDSC to be particular, or any entrepreneurship group or any dance group, anything you can mention that, and the outreach initiatives you've taken so far, because they also want to know that what you've done for the society so far. Sorry. Yes, if you have any questions, we can answer them in the end. Anything particular to the content, I'll try answering right now, else I can answer your questions in the end. Coming to the second step, of your application is the Google Online Challenge. It was an MCQ format test, 60 minutes long in our time. So everything that I'll be talking about now would be specific to my year application time. So in our year, everyone was sent a invitation for this test, and the shortlisting was only done after the first two rounds. So yes, it has too many challenges. One is aptitude based, and the other one is your role related knowledge. The language for the second mini challenge changes every year. For the last to last year, it was Python. Then in our year, it was C and C++. So it would might change this year, or so I don't have any idea about that. So yes, but what I'd say is it is a easy test if you have your basics clear and you've revised everything, all the important topics, then you'll get through it. What are the important topics? Just try practicing the core topics like oops, dbms, os, graphs, pointers, and you can also try the sample questions that are given along with your mail. So let's move on to the next part. But before that, let's take a small break. Over to you, Shidaj.
Okay, so yeah, till now, I guess most of you have. Wait, just wait a second. Great. So we discussed about how you can fill up the form, application forms. So there is one thing I want to share about the application form specifically. So since you're in second year, how many have filled up an applications form for community or for there are various opportunities. So every time you apply for an opportunity or something, an internship or you can say an ambassador program or a community program, anything, there are some questions that are asked. And specifically if we talk about gda CMAT, we also have had our questions, particularly when we ask in application forms anything else. So it is very important that whenever you apply for any program now, so answer the questions very seriously. The questions can be personalized. You can share your personal experiences. You can frame the questions according to the application, like according to the opportunity. For specifically talking about, like suppose if I am talking about an internship role, about a tech lead or something, anything related to computer science field. And if they tell you about, okay, so tell us about yourself, or this is a question that will you will hear, I guess, in every application from now onwards, if you fill for any opportunity. So this is a specific question that sometimes people answer is, okay, I'm a person, I like dancing, or I like sketching or something else. It is not that. You have to tell about yourself, but it should be particularly, you can say, related to that topic, related to that opportunity or something. You have to frame the question accordingly. So this was just a small tip I just wanted to give, that whenever you fill the application form, the questions, the essay questions are really, really important to move forward with the application. And whatever you write in the application form specifically can be asked in your interview, and sometimes interview are totally based on these specific questions. So yeah, I guess Ria is back, so we can continue with the
Yes, I completely agree with you, Shidaj, that the essays play a really crucial role in your application. Try to make them as personal as possible, because generic बात सब लिख लेंगे, मैं भी नेट से ढूंढ के लिख दूंगी, but uh, what makes you unique is your experiences. So try mentioning them, and it's not public, so no one would even judge you. Okay, so students, I'm answering a question in the chat section. So students only in their second year of study are eligible for this opportunity. The last date for application is mentioned on the site, that is 10th December, end of day, Friday. Moving on to the next part, conversation with the Googler. And yes, a large part of this was based on my essay. So Yes, most of you might call it an interview, but it is not an interview. The mail clearly specified that they wanted to know more about me, my passion, goals, and my interest in the scholarship. So after you clear the first two rounds, you're shortlisted for this round. It is 30 minutes long and it is more focused to know about you. You get to know about them. And I was really excited to talk to a Googler. It was, in fact, my first interview ever. Just a second. Yes. So, as I said, this interview aims at knowing more about you. And yes, so this is the third and the final round for the scholarship. Yes, so this round is more focused to know about you. And in my point of view, you shouldn't um, think about the various points you should come up to during the interview, right? You cannot think about yourself during the interview because you might be nervous at that time, or you might even skip on some points because of the time constraint. So what I'd advise you is try answering these questions, like what are you most passionate about, who's your role model. You need to know about yourself first in order to tell someone about you. Though you might know them, but just having answering these questions would help. Secondly, you can be well versed with your resume. You can revise all your projects and recollect all your outreach initiatives. This would help you as people do a lot of work and they just tend to forget it. So, thinking about it in advance would give you an edge. Revise your essays, really important. Just like when you get this call for interview, it has already been a month or two, so you can revise your essays, what you've written. Not that you've written something false, but revising is always a better option. You can go around and answer general questions on social issues like this. You can take a screenshot of this. And how I did get to know about these questions. So I read a lot of blogs during this period when I was preparing. You can get in touch with the past scholars. You can try giving mock interviews. Mock interviews are really important, I guess. And yes, watch videos, watch the sessions. It would always be helpful. So, this was my interview experience. We both started by introducing ourselves. The first question itself was about an outreach initiative that I took, that was being a change leader for the World Youth Organization. Um it also included questions like how did you show leadership in a place where you didn't know people? For this, I answered with an experience with the entrepreneurship and development cell of our college. Then we proceeded with our passion and the various projects. The project I mentioned in my time was She Gazette. I was working on it back then. Then there were questions, follow ups related to the project, like the problems I face, what is the team size, and how would I keep it afloat. There's also a very important or interesting question that was asked to like a lot of scholars, was if you had 1 billion rupees or $1 billion, what would you do with it? Uh, Try answering this in the chat section. This was one of the interview questions and one of the most famous interview questions of the year 2020. So you can try answering all such questions for your interview. It is more of an HR interview, not much technical stuff is asked. Then there were questions from my essays and my future plans. Then there was follow-ups. So one pro tip that I like to give you over here, that whenever you are in an interview, try answering for try asking follow-up questions, because always remember you're interviewing them as much as they are interviewing you, so you should always prepare some follow-ups. So that was my interview experience. let's move on to the final part, that was the virtual retreat. So the virtual retreat was in a wholesome experience all in all. I got to meet the fellow scholars and Googlers, and this is actually a photo of the welcome kit that we got from Google. I got to learn a lot about Google and it's working on a deeper level. And one of the learnings that I have kept with me till date, and I think is applicable even here, is that if you struggle with something, celebrate it because growth means discomfort. This is something Miss Hina Raval, the speaker for our leadership keynote, said that even if you're struggling with your essays today, they would be really helpful to you because you would be growing with it. You learn a lot about yourself and the research that would go in, it would help you grow on a large level. So if you're struggling with it, just enjoy it. Your grammar will improve, and even if you won't make through, you'll have a lot to know about yourself and a lot of research that you might have done. So these were the various sessions that we were a part of during the virtual retreat. And one of my most favorites was the imposter syndrome and the growth mindset panel. So the retreat was actually virtual this year, but in the past years, it has also been a full-fledged retreat where we get to visit Google's office and get to meet people in person. But because of the COVID situation, it was virtual. It was still fun, I'd say. The sessions were really interesting. We were handed with the post retreat handbook after the retreat and also an entire post retreat calendar for our further development. That was it, guys. All in all, it was a really great experience with the scholarship. There's a lot to learn in here, and even if you don't make it, that's um, I hope the screen's visible.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. So I wish you all the best for your applications, and even if you don't make it, you'll have a lot to learn. So be confident, go apply, believe in yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to ping me on LinkedIn or Twitter. I've also written some blogs on it, so you can go ahead and read them. If you have any application related doubts, you can mail this email ID. That was it. You have been an amazing audience. Thank
Uh,
you.
Thank you for joining. In case you have any questions right now, so you can ask. There is a Q&A option there. You can ask your questions there. You can drop all your questions, and I will send it to Ria. She will uh, answer your questions. So yeah, I guess I have started the Q&A. So yeah, you can go ahead. Okay, so if possible, can you please review my essays? Okay, so this request can be from many people. So let's do one thing. I will add Ria, like Ria is on a Discord server. So you can share your experiences, or if you have any doubts, particularly during the application phase, you can ask that time on the Discord server. And if you have some personal questions, I would say you can ping her on LinkedIn or like Discord. You can ping her on Discord. So according like either you can tell if you're comfortable with that, or on the server that will work.
Free to ping me on LinkedIn or Twitter. I'll be glad to review your essays.
Sure, sure. Sneha, I will share the link of GDAC Mate. I've also like few. Just wait a second. We also have a okay, yeah. So here's the link. This is the Linktree link. You can join the Discord. You can join. You can become a member. It is open for all. And yeah, anyone, any other question regarding the application space or like particularly Generation Google Scholarship? So you can ask. You can drop your questions in the Q&A. I guess there were some questions. Okay, there was one question. How many rounds were there? Like, I don't know this time how many, but yeah, in your time, how many rounds were there? You are mute. You're mute.
There were three rounds as I discussed. The first was the application documents, then the online challenge, and then the last and the final round, that is interview or the conversation with the Googler. That's it.
Okay.
There were three rounds.
Will PPT be shared? Okay, for the PPT, I guess we will talk with Ria, and if it will be shared on Discord if possible. I'm not confirming right now, but yeah, if it will be shared, it will be shared on the Discord server. So we can also share that on the WhatsApp channels. So WhatsApp, so that will won't be an issue. Usually, how many days gap between several rounds? Ria, like gap between the rounds.
Okay, I'll try to explain this according to this year's timeline. This was according ours, so I cannot be really sure about it, but I can give you an idea for sure. So your application would be submitted by 10th December. After that, you might have 10 to 15 days before you get the invitation for the Google Online Challenge. Then uh, they read all the applications and they get back to you in a month or two. So you'll probably get an invitation for the interview if you clear the first two rounds by, um, I guess, Jan end. Yes, January end.
Okay.
And yes, then there's scholars announcement that also takes about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. So regarding that, can third year students apply? I'm sorry, Siddhant. I guess that's not possible right now. Like only second year students can apply, right, Ria?
Yes,
Okay.
students in second year of their
Okay.
studies.
So you can also check the eligibility criteria on the like on the Google website. There is proper website. We will also share the link of Generation Google Scholarship website where you have to apply. The deadline is 10th, I guess, 10th December. So I'm sorry. Yeah. Next, can you please explain a bit more about the projects which you talked about in the resume? Okay. So yeah, resume projects. Yeah. You can tell about your project or like anything. What type of project should be there in the resume particularly?
Okay, so in your second year, I don't think they expect a lot from you, but they do think that you should be actively participating in technical events and you should show your interest to your projects. So, as I said, you should try participating in various hackathons to have good projects on your resume. The ones I had on my resume were same hackathon based, and one that is even live till date, that is She Gazette. She Gazette was a WebD project, but it's also an initiative to help students to get to know more about the various scholarships and opportunities that are going on. So, yes, that's it.
Okay. So next question is okay. How okay, that is related to, I guess, for the how to show GitHub or GitLab private repos without making them public. I guess this can be answered pretty easily. So if you don't want to show the repo exactly, you can show the final product. Like if you have hosted the website or if you have
Mhm.
it's the application on what I can say. You can host the application or you can put in a drive link of the application. You can directly put the final link or the final product which you have made if you don't want to show the repo or the code. How many questions were there for Q&A test in your time, Priya? You are mute, I guess.
Yes, can you go about that again?
How many questions were there for Q&A test in your time?
Okay, so Q&A test. So it was like it consists of two mini challenges. Oh, I don't exactly know the number, but it is 30 minutes long for each.
Okay.
Um, it has the founding sections. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, these are the various sections. So there were four sections in the role-related knowledge challenge.
Mhm.
First was based on C and C++. Then there was data structures and computer fundamentals. And
Okay.
the first one is aptitude section. You don't need any particular preparation for this section. Just go on net and search for aptitude questions. I think that would be enough.
Okay. Okay. So, what about a lack of projects to display in the resume? Lack of projects. Okay, I don't need the particular question, but yeah, I think Akhil is talking about if you have like very few projects or like one or two projects.
I think the number doesn't matter, the quality. There's
Mm.
always quality over quantity. So if one or two good projects would do.
Yeah. So I guess that answer all your questions, Akhil. Next question is it more about the women in tech or any gender is allowed? Okay.
So this year's eligibility criteria does not specify you to identify as a female. That means this year's applications are open for all. Any gender can apply.
Yeah. Great. So next is first two rounds include. I guess Neha we answered the questions, but yeah, if you can brief, just give a brief, Ria, like first two rounds
Okay.
include.
First two rounds I am assuming of the application.
Yeah.
The first round is the application documents or the application itself, which ends by 10th December, end of day. And the second round is the online challenge,
Okay.
Google Online Challenge.
Okay, okay. Next, other scholarships for third year students. Siddhant, there are many opportunities and like it will be coming whole here. So you can also follow She Gazette. Like She Gazette share these opportunities, and I will also share the link in the chat later on. And Google like DSC, we have also like GDSC made. We also shared these opportunities, and we are also planning for a project. Like not planning, we are actually building upon a project that is dedicated specifically for the in like opportunities part. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And till then, like you can see, you can follow She Gazette on LinkedIn, and they share really good opportunities, good hackathons that are internship opportunities, job opportunities that you can apply for. So yeah. Next is other such program for second year as well. Yeah, similarly, like there are many programs for second years as well as third years. Like you can see, there is an Engage program, right? Microsoft Engage program. There is a Google Generation Scholarship. There is a Google internship programs, and many internship programs will be coming on, like Adobe and various other programs will be coming on later on. So yeah, many such are going on as well. So you can check out the as like again She Gazette for such opportunities, and there are many more. You can also check out LinkedIn. There are many more opportunities on LinkedIn as well. So yeah. Okay, from where to study for MCQ test? If you can share your experience, Ria, like from where you studied, or like if you have some resources.
Okay, so for the MCQ test, you can just revise your basics. If you are well versed with your basics and you're done with the core subjects like OS, DBMS, etc., you'll make through it really easily. There are not any particular resources for this round because it's a rather easy round. At least for us, it was pretty easy. um, yes, that's all I suggest. If you want an idea of the questions that might come, you can check out the sample questions, which would be attached to the mail when you get it.
Great. So, what's the scholar announcement you just mentioned? Scholar announcement, Ria. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just the announcement of the scholars after they are selected. So after the three rounds, they announce the scholars, and
Okay.
that's basically the scholar announcement.
How to connect with you on Twitter? Twitter. Okay. So, I will share the links. Ria, just DM me your socials, and I will just share them in the
Sure.
chat. That
Yeah,
will be
I'll do
great.
that.
Yeah. Till then, how to connect? Yeah, great. Can you tell us some more programs like this? Okay, Sneha, let's. You can head to. Wait, I will share the link. Okay. It is a link for She Gazette LinkedIn and GDSC Meet. So you can check there. There are many opportunities. There are internship opportunities, hackathons, and various other opportunities. And more opportunities will be coming soon. So you can subscribe or you can follow us on LinkedIn, so that's like a way that you can see when more opportunities will be coming on. And there are really some like good people who are working on YouTube and various other channels who are sharing such programs. Actually, there are various, like hundreds of programs that you can apply for. You just need to like look for them, and we will be also sharing some programs when they will be coming on. So yeah, you can like stay tuned for that. Is it she does it? Okay, I guess this is not a question. Sneha, if you can like describe what the question is, that will be great. Yeah. So, any specific crucial points you mention in your essays? Yeah, that is, I guess, a pretty good question. Yeah.
Right. Um, just talk about your experience. I think that'll be enough. There's nothing that is what I'm saying. There's nothing big or small, important or unimportant. There's nothing crucial. Uh, there's just your experience and what you'd like to share.
Okay, great, great, great. So, do you have any groups to that for updates and these opportunities? Okay, many of the people are asking for opportunities. Let's do that first thing, I guess. Wait, let me just share. So first of all, this is let me share the GDSC Meet link. So in the GDSC link, what you can do is you can there are every like all the socials are mentioned. So you can like we share the opportunities on Discord, we share the opportunities on WhatsApp. So you can join both Discord group, Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram. You can become a member, and if you become a member, like it is a free, it is totally free, and members can will get like if we conduct any more sessions like this, tech talks or any further sessions in future, so you will be able to like get a email notification for these sessions and particularly for other events which we'll be conducting. Then we have WhatsApp, we have LinkedIn, we have YouTube, we have GitHub and Twitter. So you can follow us on the channel. Specifically, we're talking about you can follow, you can join a Discord server. There we like show like we can share everything about any opportunities coming on, and we'll be also making a channel specifically for Generation Google Scholarship. So you can ask their questions if you're not able to ask here. So you can ask there. Okay. Ria, have you like shared the social links? Okay, she's doing. Okay. Till then, there is one more question, I guess. I was asking about the name of the website you were saying to check for updates. Okay, just give me a minute.
Okay,
I will
she
share.
is it.
She
Yeah.
Gazette is that. Huh. Is it she? Yeah, we are sharing. We are sharing the link. Just hold on a second. We are sharing every link. So yeah, don't worry about that. Okay. What is the order of uploading the activity means? Latest activity to uploaded or at last? This is regarding what? Gurmeet, if you can like order of uploading. Ria, is it something related to the application? Like, what is the order of uploading the activity means? Order of uploading something regarding that?
Um,
Okay, let's do one thing. Gurmeet, if you have like,
okay, maybe it is
hmm,
the application. I'm
hmm,
not sure, but to clarify on that point, the applications for the Generation Google Scholarship are not on the rolling basis. That means if you submit the application first, you'll get selected first. That doesn't happen. They'll only review applications after 10th December. So there are no rolling bases here, if that's what the question is.
okay. So I have shared the links. Okay, so first link is She Gazette link tree, so you can follow that there, and then there is link tree for She Gazette. Okay, then there is wait, I guess okay.
Okay, I'll share it.
It is shared. We have She Gazette link, and then we have Ria's Twitter handle and LinkedIn. Okay, so I guess there is no LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. Ria, if you can share your LinkedIn, that will be great.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. So, no, that's the She Gazette link tree, I guess. Again. Okay, yeah, you have shared, you have shared. So yeah, we have shared every link. You can just see these links. And one more thing, specifically for the students. So if you are interested in Android, so one thing. So how many of you have participated in 30 days of Google Cloud? Like if you can answer that quickly, that would be great. Like 30 days of Google Cloud. Me, great, great, great. Anyone else? Great, great. No worries, Gurmeet. As we said, we'll be bringing more opportunities like these. So we are like including like we will be No worries, no worries, no worries. Those who missed, no worries. We'll be including more, involving and introducing more opportunities like these. So, talking about an opportunity, we'll be starting for Android, like workshop study Android Jam. So that will be basically we will be having live sessions. We'll be having workshops, hands-on sessions regarding that, and we'll be teaching Android. And specifically, we'll be able to make a Android Jam since when that will be released wait, I guess it's pretty much after like 10 to 15 days, but yeah, I'm not sure right now, but yeah, I will tell you exactly when it will. Kotlin or Java, Akhil, you will get all the details regarding like Android Jam. Just wait for some time. I just wanted to say that we are coming up with this program. So yeah, we'll be sharing every detail regarding that on our Discord servers and WhatsApp channels. So where you will gonna update us about it. As I said, Sneha, you can follow on the GDSC Meet Discord server and WhatsApp. There you will get every update regarding any opportunities that is coming. Okay. There is a Q&A, I guess. What is the order of loading that is running? Is it She Gazette? Was coding round proctored? Ria, I guess this is a question by Shalini. If you are there, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Um, as far as I remember, it was proctored. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. And I don't think that's like something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
If you
okay.
know about things, if you're knowledgeable, I
Hmm.
think that's not a problem.
Yeah. So yeah, regarding that other things, we yeah, Android Jam. And so yeah, first thing is Android Jam. Next thing that I want to share is that we will be also having a Menti program. This is something that I told really very like मेरे को बताना नहीं चाहिए था अभी but मैंने बता दिया. So there's something that we'll be having when the first year will come. So in this, we'll be having all offline sessions or some meetups regarding with students, like first and second years particularly. So that is the initiative. That will be an initiative from GDSC Meet. So you can also for that specifically, I will say please be active on Discord server because we will like people who are really active. And I'm not saying that you have to like see every and check out every like message. You just have to be active. And if we like we have tech Saturdays. So tech sat is something that we have like every Saturday we do a quiz. So it is a technical quiz of like just 5 minutes, and you can just give that. And every month the person who like scores maximum also gets some swags or like stickers and something. So that is a really small initiative from our side to make the community more active. So you can, if you want to introduce some projects as well, you can also do that. Content comes on Instagram. Yeah. Regarding the tech sat, what we do is the quiz is on Discord server, and we share the topic of the quiz or the content about the quiz, which will the questions which are formed from that is shared on the Instagram. So you can check that out, and you can follow us on Instagram and Discord server and any other like socials. And anything else, I guess that's from my side regarding every like other opportunities and everything. If you have any other question regarding GDSC Mate, or if you have any questions regarding Generation Google Scholarship or She Gazette or anything else regarding the particular session, so you can ask right now. If not, then thank you for joining. It was a great session. Thank you, Ria, for like sharing your experience and telling your views and experience. So thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you for having me. Just an ending note, as I saw a lot of questions here about the opportunities and missing out of
Hmm.
them. That is
Yeah.
one of the major problems I faced during my initial years myself, and that is the reason why we created She Gazette.
Hmm.
So, I think most of the audience here is from our college itself, and this is something related and from your college, I think, and I expect support from you all. Uh, and especially it's helpful to you. So try following She Gazette. I'll just share the link. You can subscribe to our newsletter to know more about such opportunities.